Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Sciria, and next to me is the Robert Harding award-winning journalist.
Award-winning journalist right here, too.
Yeah, I got second place, though. You won. You got first place.
It was a team effort.
I'm happy. Hey, you like me. You really like me. No. Robert and I were both recognized and honored at the New York State Associated Press Association Awards Banquet up in beautiful Saratoga Springs last Saturday. Robert took first place for online coverage. What else? Was that
digital presence?
Digital presence. Oh, you have a presence, all right. I guess I'd get that for analog presence, wouldn't I? And I took second place for sports columns, and both of us are deeply humbled and honored by that recognition because this is a very competitive state and a lot of entries in our circulation category. And it does mean a lot to be recognized, no doubt about it. So,
yeah.
All right.
Some of our colleagues won awards too.
I know, and the whole Citizen and AuburnPub.com did very well at this event, and we're very fortunate to work with such talented people. We really are. I mean, no jokes, man. I'm being serious here. We really have a good staff here, and they put out some amazing work. And if you don't go to AuburnPub.com or subscribe to the Citizen, you're missing out. Really, some good stuff here. So. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple topics, and the first one will be the NBA Finals. As we record this video on Thursday, June 9th, the Cavaliers are alive.
Yes.
They came back, and they won last night by 30 points over Golden State. And all I got to say about this series is that I don't think you can really – it's literally a game-to-game series. I don't think you can look at one game and say, well, that's how the next game's going to go. I think realistically you can expect anything from these games. I mean, look, Golden State is very difficult to beat at home. There's no doubt about that. But you know something? I think Cleveland's kind of tough to beat at home too.
Yeah.
And especially the way they played last night. I mean, they were lights out, man. I mean, they played a great game. They deserved the win. And you almost wonder maybe Golden State just decided like, we're so good we can let these guys win a game and it won't affect us. We'll just win it on our home court in Game 5 there. But that being said, you want this to be a series. You don't want a sweep. It would be great to have this thing go 6 or 7 games, which, we'll see what happens. But I see this. I don't see this thing going 7. I maybe 6 if they're lucky, but I think Golden State got their wake-up call, if you could even say they needed one after last night, and I think they're going to win the next game, go up 3-1, and that's going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, I think for the Warriors, they I mean, look, this is a game that you can expect to have. I mean, you go back to the Bulls run, and they had games like this where you go play say the Utah Jazz or the Seattle Sonics, and you lose a stinker on the road, and I think the Warriors know that they didn't play well. Certainly, that performance didn't make Steve Kerr happy, that's for sure. Yeah. So, they're going to want to come out in Game 4 and show that they can win one of these games on the road and then, lock it up from there. So, I think, with the pieces that the Warriors have and just their success throughout the playoffs, what they did against Oklahoma City, for example, I think they're capable of coming back in Game 4 and saying, that wasn't us. It's time to show the world what we can do.
Boy, I would love to see Cleveland win Game 4 and make it 2-2. That would make it interesting.
It's a best-of-3 series.
But I just don't see Golden State losing at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see it happening. So, anything else you want to add about the NBA, sir?
Nope.
All right. So the next topic we're going to talk about, this is kind of a fun one here, but the Citizen is celebrating its 200th anniversary this month. And I guess the actual date is this coming Sunday? Or is it the following Sunday?
I think that's right, yeah.
So it would be June 12th.
June 12th.
So June 12th, 1816, the first edition of the Auburn Gazette was published. And through many changes in ownership and name changes and everything else, we are the Citizen today. So 200 years. And I have a column in today's paper, which is in auburnpub.com, about the sports section of the paper. I have worked off and on for the sports section of this newspaper for over 25 years, and I've worked with a lot of people. I was sports editor for 10 years, and I've had the privilege of working with some very talented people. We've had writers from this newspaper go on to bigger papers like Rochester. A former writer of ours covers the Celtics for the Boston Globe. Another writer of ours covers the New Orleans Pelicans for NBA.com. Okay, and we've had other writers go on to other newspapers, websites, and some are no longer in the business, but they did an amazing job when they worked here at the Citizen in Auburn. So it's been, like I said, a privilege to work with these people. It's never been a dull moment. There's been a lot of fun. It's serious too at times. It's no doubt that you can have fun doing sports, but the joke is it's the toy department of the newspaper. But there are times it's very serious, and like I said, I think over the last, I don't know how many years this newspaper's had a sports section, probably almost 100 since the 1920s. That this newspaper has done an amazing job covering local sports here in Keokuk County, and it's an honor to be a part of that. I mean, like I said, some people like Leo Pinckney, who was our sports editor for 35 years, gentleman of all types, and a class man, and then Gary Piccirillo, who hired me and brought me on board and taught me a lot about sports writing in the business, and other people that I don't want to mention everybody because I will leave somebody out, like I did on print, but got them online. But it's a distinct privilege to be part of the tradition here, Robert.
Yeah, it's for someone in my position, I came here almost 7 years ago now, and one of the unique things about being the online producer is that you get to work with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You get to work with the sports department, you get to work with obviously news, our photographers, our editors, and then even some other departments in the building, advertising, circulation, administration. So it's been fun working with some of these folks who have been part of the 200-year history of the Citizen. Some of them are still here. Some of them have gone on, as you said, to bigger and better things. But it's a nice chance for us to a nice opportunity for us to reflect on the history of the paper and some of the people we've worked with, and we're having a big luncheon on Friday. This video will be out by then, so going to celebrate the 200th anniversary in style.
Yeah, and for me, because this is a sports video, I obviously was going to mention the sports department, but like Robert touched upon, it's not just sports, but the news department, advertising, circulation, production, the guys down in the press room. I mean, the guys in our press room are just top notch. They work very hard getting this newspaper out on a daily basis, and believe me, it's not an easy feat. It can be very difficult at times to get a newspaper out, on a regular basis. And these guys, they work very long hours, very hard, and they do a great job. Our mailroom people, they do an amazing job. I mean, inserting ads and getting the papers bundled and getting them out to the drivers, and of course the drivers themselves. I mean, the newspaper business today, you don't have paper boys or paper girls delivering like you used to. It's adults in cars, dropping off the paper, and we appreciate everything they do to get the Citizen to you in your hands every morning here. And of course, Robert is in charge of our online presence, and you don't have to be a genius to figure out that online is the future of newspapers. And Robert does an amazing job keeping our website up and keeping it running and keeping it fresh and making it one of the best, I think, small town newspaper websites anywhere. I mean, the content we have on there, whether it's this video or other videos or galleries, photo galleries, our blogs, and just our breaking news coverage and everything else, is a testament to what he does. And it's a lot of work. It's not easy. This stuff just doesn't appear out of thin air. There's a lot of planning involved.
It'd be a lot less work if it did.
And and it is a Herculean effort. And like I said, I think if you watch this video on a regular basis, or if you read the newspaper or go on the website, you kind of get an idea of like how much content is on there, and how much we appreciate your patronage, whether you're buying the paper or subscribing online. It's something that it keeps us employed. We're
Right.
very happy about that, obviously.
Yeah.
And in this 200th anniversary, we just want to say thank you for everything that you folks have done, whether you watched the video or bought the paper or an online subscription. We do appreciate it, and we tip our cap to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's really what it boils down to is, while we work with some great people, I mean, the paper wouldn't be here for 200 years without the readers. And, you know, that might sound like a nice marketing catchphrase or something, but it's
Yep.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, without the community's support and the community obviously feeling that it needs, whether it's the hard copy newspaper or the website, that it needs a media source. Without that support, you know, we wouldn't have reached the 200th anniversary mark.
I mean, I was born and raised here in Auburn. I mean, the Citizen is the first paper I ever read. It's one of the first things I probably ever did read. I mean, I'll never forget the first time I got my name in print. It was for submitting a joke on the mini page. This is back probably 1974, 73 maybe, so I'm about 6 or 7 years old. So that's how long I've had my name in print in this newspaper, since I was in elementary school. So it means a lot to be working here as a native-born Auburnian. It's an honor to be working here as a native-born Auburnian and getting news to you guys, you know, on a daily basis. And like I said, it's an honor and a pleasure, the people we work with here, and serving you folks. And I guess we can wrap it up, Robert?
Sure.
All right. Hey, again, thanks very much. Happy 200. And hey, we'll see you next week.